Hello students, in this video I'm going to continue the chapter statistics. In the last class we have discussed about presentation of data, means how to present the given raw data. So there are three different ways. First one is either in ascending or descending order. Second one is, and the third one is actually based on grouping technique. Okay, so in the second and third method we are going to assign frequency for each data in the second method depending upon how many times it has appeared, and in the third type of presentation of data we are going to make a group by making a class interval, and the class intervals must be continuous, and we are going to assign frequency for each class interval, and it indicates how many observations or how many data are present within the class interval. So this is the way of representation of data and called as a presentation of data. The first exercise in this chapter is based on presentation of data. So that's why now I will move on to the exercise 14.1 and look at the first question in this exercise, and it is like this. The blood groups of 30 students of class 8 are recorded as follows. It is actually the data of 30 students, and it is actually the blood group of each student. Okay, A, B, O and so on like that. Okay, there are 30 observations, 30 data. And next thing, represent this data in the form of a frequency distribution table, which is the most common and which is the rarest blood group among these students. After presentation of data, one more additional question is there, which is most common and which is rarest blood group. Okay, so this will be possible only on presentation. So that is the advantage of presentation. In the last class I told for you what is the advantage of presentation. Okay, the same thing here also. After the presentation you can judge or you can answer to an additional question. Okay, now let us look at here. Blood groups means you have learned this one already in the subject biology. Only there are 4 blood groups are there. First one is A, B, AB, O. Okay, here it is not given that whether it is negative or positive, so that's why I'm going to usually take it as positive. Okay, all are positive blood groups, so that's why only 4 possibilities are there. But 2 or more person can have the same blood group. Definitely it is possible. Okay, so now just if you look at the table, I think you can identify here. So look at here. So here the first person having the blood group A. Okay, so the same blood group may be held by another one. Okay, look at here. So here it is one more person. He is having what? Blood group A. Okay, is there any one more person? Yes, here it is one more person. Okay, and here it is one more person. So blood group A, here it is one more person, blood group A, and here one more person, blood group A, and here one more person, blood group A, and in the last column 2 more persons are there. Here it is the one person, and here it is one more person, blood group A. Okay, so I think I have marked all the persons with the blood group A. Okay, so again I'm going to verify here. Okay, yes. So now we can write down, we can count how many members are there with the blood group A, and we can assign the frequency for the blood group A. Okay, it will become very easier. Means I'm going to write on this one in the form of table. So first look at the table. Okay, you need to write down blood group in the first column and number of students in the second column. So the blood groups means you need to write on A, B, AB and then O. Okay, first I'm going to write on what? A. Okay, so how many members or how many students are there with the blood group A, and you need to count here. Okay, if you count, okay, first I'm going to write on what possible blood groups A, B, AB and then O. Now I'm going to write on what how many persons are there with blood group A. So now let us count here. 1, 2. Okay, marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's why 9 members are there. Okay, so now it's better to strike out this one. Okay, but I'm going to change the color here option, so that's why I'm going to change the color here. Okay, so now for the B, okay, I'm going to take this is the blood group B. Okay, and here one more blood group 2. Okay, then here it is 3. Okay, next here there is no person with blood group B, and here it is the person, and here one more person is there with B, and at last here one more person is there. Okay, so now can you count how many are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so that's why 6 persons are having blood group B. That's why the frequency of B will become what? 6. Okay, in the same sense, now the next thing is yes, I'm going to change the color now, yellow. Okay, so now for AB, okay, now look at here it is one person with the blood group AB. Okay, and here there are no person. In the second column here it is one person. Okay, without marking, don't count directly, because there may be a possibility of wrong count. That's why here it is AB. Okay, how many persons are there? Just 3, I think. Okay, yes, definitely 3. So now whatever the left, okay, what I have left, all are must be what less. There's no need to mark all these letters. Okay, just count directly. 1 2, okay, 3 4 5 6 7, and then 8, and then 9 10, and then here 11, and then here 12. Okay, so therefore totally 12 members are there with blood group what? O. Okay, so now if you count these numbers, 9 plus 6 it will become 15. 15 plus 3 means 18. 18 plus 12 means 20, plus 10 30. Definitely you will get what? 30. Okay, so totally there are 30 observation, and the sum of frequency column must be equal to what? 30, and here it is exactly equal to 30, means here everything is right. Okay, what is the additional question? So what is the rarest and which is common? Most common means the blood group which is the blood group, which blood group appears more in more number of students. So here it is the blood group O which appears. Okay, so here the blood group O appears in maximum students. Okay, because it appears in how many students? 12 students. So that's why this is most common. Rarest means blood group AB is rarest, because only 3 students having blood group AB. That's why AB will become rarest, and you need to write on the solution like this. Okay, so the most common blood group is O, and whereas rarest blood group is AB. And this completes the solution of 14.2. So question number 1, and I will move on to the next question. Look at the second question. The distance of 40 engineers from their house, from their residence to their place of work were found as follows: 5, 3, 10, 20, and so on. Okay, all are in actually what? Kilometer. Okay. Construct a grouped frequency distribution table with the class size 5 for the following data given above, taking the first interval as 0 to 5, 5 not included. What main features do you observe from this tabular representation? So now the second question is a different one compared to the first one, because in the second one you need to construct class intervals. Whenever it needs to construct class intervals, it will be informed for you in the problem itself, means in the question itself. So that's why he is going to indicate like this. Okay, with the class size, he will definitely give this one, class size. Okay, and also he is going to give the first class interval also 0 to 5. And he's one more thing, 5 is not included. Okay, so this is already explained in the last class, why you have to exclude 5 here. This is the general rule. Okay, don't include the upper limit in a class interval. Okay, you can include here what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but not 5. 5 will be included in the next class interval, 5 to 10, like that. Okay, so and then what is the main feature? Means by this we need to draw some conclusion. Okay, let's see this one later. First we need to tabulate this one. Okay, by constructing class intervals. So look at the table. This is the actual answer. Just you need to write on table. Okay, so now look at here, class intervals. Initial class interval is already given to you, 0 to 5. Okay, with width 5 means, so what will be the next class interval? 5 to 10. Okay, width should be equal to what? 5, or class size or class mark, and then 10 to 15, and then 15 to 20, and then 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35. But I'm going to stop here. This is because, and one more thing, to write to understand how many class interval up to which I need to write on this class interval. So for the solution for this one, among the given data, you need to observe the highest number. So now look at here, which will be the highest number? So actually the highest number here seems to be, so here 31 is there. Is there any number greater than 31? Here it is 32. Okay. Is there any number greater than 32? Okay. No. In the third row, there is no number. Okay. More than 30. Okay. So maybe this is the highest number. Okay. This is actually the highest number, 32. So that's why it will be enough if you write on up to 35. If you write on 35 to 40, definitely no data will appear in that range. So that's why no need to write on that one. So that's why by identifying the highest number, I'm going to stop here, 30 to 35. Okay. So I think you have understood why I have stopped 30 to 35. Now the next thing is actually what you need to identify: how many data belongs to this class interval. First one, 0 to 5. So now I'm going to mark the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but not 5, remember. Okay, so now look at here, 5, no, and here it is what, 3. Okay, I'm going to include this one, and then within 4 and less. Okay, 4 and less, and here it is one number, 2. Okay, so second one, and the next 7, 8, and here it is the number 3. So 5, no. Okay, so exclude 5, and here it is 3. Okay, so 3, and then here it is 2. Okay, so next here is 6, no. Okay, 6, no. Okay, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5. Okay, frequency for this one, yes, definitely 5. Okay, so now the next thing, 5 to 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but not 10. Okay, so now I'm going to mark with a different color. Okay, I'm going to choose what, yellow. Okay, so 5 means here it is the 5. Okay, so 5 to 10 actually. Okay, so 10, exclude the 10. Okay, exclude the 10. Here it is a 7. Okay, so I'm going to mark this one 7, and next 5 and greater, less than 10. Okay, here it is 7, one more 7. Okay, so one more 7, and 9. You can include 9 also, but not 10. Okay, 9. Okay, you can include 7, and you can include 8, and you can include 5, and next. Okay, so you can include what, 9. You can include what, 5, sorry, 6, and you can include, here it is one more 7. Okay, and here you can include what, 6. Okay, now let us count how many of actually marked with yellow. 1. So here it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yes, 11. Okay, so 11 observation falls in this class interval. Okay, so now the next thing is 10 to 15. Okay, 10 to 15. For this one, I'm going to choose what, this color. Okay, I'm going to choose the green. 10 to 15 actually. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so now look at here, this is 10. Okay, this is 10. Okay, here it is 11, and here it is 13, and here it is 12, and 19, no. Okay, so less than 15, 10. You can include 10, and you can include what, 12 also, and you can include 11, and you can include what, 15, less than 15 actually. Okay, and here it is the 12, and here it is what, 12, and 14. Okay, next 15, and here it is 12. Okay, so now let us count how many numbers are marked with this color. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it is 11 actually. Yes, definitely right. I think you can do in this way. I think the procedure will become very familiar for you. So I'm not going to mark again for the remaining class intervals, and I'm going to write them directly, and you need to identify in this way. So now look at here, 15 to 20, there are 9 numbers. Okay, you can identify all these numbers. 20 to 25, only one number. 20 to 25, only one number. I think this is the only one number, maybe. So because here it is what 20. Okay, so 20 to 25 means 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, only one member. Okay, so only one data is present. 25 to 30, and it is again equal to 1. 25 to 30. Okay, 25 to 30, only one means which will be that number? Okay, maybe 25 definitely. Okay, so this will be the number which is actually only one data and falls in this class interval. 30 to 35. Okay, 2 means maybe here this one 31. Okay, 31, this one, and here it is 32. Okay, so maybe these two are actually false in the last class interval, and the rest of things actually belongs to what? This one, 15 to 20 class interval. Okay, you can count all these things and you will get the correct frequency of each class interval, and I'm going to erase all these things. Okay, so now I'm going to answer for the additional question. So what can you understand by this one? Okay, actually data is related to what? Distance of engineers from their residence to their workplace. 40 engineers are there, and all the 40 engineers are working in a company, and they are already, and their residence place, distance of their residence to company is given to you. Okay, in kilometers. So now look at here. So for the class interval, now look at here, for which class interval frequency is maximum? So for 5 to 10 and 10 to 15, okay, frequency seems to be maximum. So because here it is actually 11, okay, and here also it is actually 11. So actually 11 indicates what? 11 members. Okay, 11 engineers are there. So whose residence is at a distance within this range, 5 to 15. So try to understand here. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 5 to 15 ರೇಂಜ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. 5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇಂದ 15 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್? 22 ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ ತರ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 0 to 5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30 to 35 ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅವರ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸು ಮತ್ತೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸು ಅರೌಂಡ್ 30 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಫಾರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ದೂರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 to 5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? 5 ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಕೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 11 plus 11 ಇದು 22 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 22 plus 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 27 ಆಯ್ತು. 40 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 27 ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ 15 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಕಂಪನಿಯಿಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇಂದ 15 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇದೆ? 27 ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದು ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ಅವರ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಇರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 15 to 20 ಅದು ಒಂದು 9 ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 20 to 25 1 ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 25 to 30 ಗೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 30 to 35 ಗೆ 2 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 40 ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 40 ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಇರುವಂತವ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ 15 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ನು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ, ಮೇನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. there are only few engineers whose home are at more than or equal to, I forgot to place a space here after the than. Okay, than or equal to 20 kilometer distance from their workplace. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 15 to 29 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 20 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇಂದ. 20 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತವ್ರು ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ನ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Now I will move to the third question. Look at it is like this. Relative humidity of a certain city for a month of 30 days was as follows. Okay, 98.1, 98.6, 99.2 and so on. Construct a grouped frequency distribution table which with the classes 84 to 86, 86 to 88 and so on. Okay, which month or season do you think this data is about? What is the range of this data? So now look at here. So it is actually the given information is humidity in a locality, in a place. Okay, and it is actually the data of 30 days. Okay, in each day he is going to calculate what is the humidity in percentage. Okay, percentage means we always consider 100 as maximum, 0 as least. Okay, and if there is any value, okay, it will lies between 0 to 100. So then it is called as what? A percentage. Okay, so now look at here, 98.1, 98.6, like that. Okay, so that's why the maximum possibility is actually what? 100. 100% is the maximum. So because in percentage 100 is maximum, that's why. So this is actually the data. Now you need to construct what? A grouped frequency distribution table. Means there must be class interval in the first column, in the second column what frequency. Okay, so next, and one more thing here, the class size is not particularly given to you, but it will be understood for you because some examples of class intervals are actually given to you. 84 to 86 means by this we can understand what the width of the class interval is equal to how much? 2. Okay, because upper limit minus lower limit means you will get what? You will get what? Just 2. Okay, remember this one. And then 86 to 88. Okay, here also 2. Okay, 2 is actually what? Width of the class interval. And next thing, which month? We can say this one after writing the table, and range also. Okay, so now look at the table. Here it's the table. So now I need to construct the class interval. So first let us verify whether 84 to 86 is the first class interval or not. Okay, or is there any number in the given data which is less than 84? Then you need to construct one more class interval previous to 84 to 86. Now let us verify that one. Let us identify what is the least number here. Okay, so here 86. Okay, no problem. Here is there any number which is less than 84? Now I am going to identify here. Okay, so here it is no number. Okay, 84.9. Okay, so it should be less than 84 actually. 83, 82, 81, like that. Okay, okay, so no number is less than 84 means I'm going to treat 84 to 86 as the first class interval, and next one 86 to 88 width 2 means 88 to 90. Okay, 90 to 92 width should be equal to 2. Okay, so 90 to 94, 94 to 96, 96 to 98, 98 to 100, and I'm going to stop here because I told for you 100 will be the maximum. That's why. So now the next thing is you need to identify the data which belongs to the first class interval, that is 84 to 86 means it should be less than 86, and from 84 to 86 but exclude 86. Okay, so now I'm going to mark here. So the same procedure. Okay, so what we have followed in the last problem, the same procedure, 84 to 86. Now look at here, 80 something are actually 84 to 86. Okay, no, it will not fill in the class interval, and here it is 90 something overall. Okay, 89, no. Okay, 97, 90, 90 something overall. Okay, 84.9. So definitely this will fall. Okay, 84.9. and then 90. Okay, it will not appear. Okay, and here 89. Okay, no. So I think only one data will fall in this class interval, only one. And then 86. Okay, so now I'm going to change the color here. 86 to 88 means 86 to 88, 80 something. Okay, 86 to 88 means it will fall 86 to 88, 80 something. No, there are less numbers which are around 80 actually. Okay. 86 to 88 actually, 89. Okay, no. I think one more, only one number. Yes, only one number is there. And I will move on to the next one. Choose this color. Okay, so now 88 to 90, I'm going to mark for one more class interval. After that I'm going to give directly the answer. 88 to 90 means, here, look at here, 88 to 90 actually. Okay, exclude 90. 88 to means around 89 something. Here there are no numbers. 89.2. okay, so definitely this will be included. 88. okay, 88 to 90 actually, and 89 can be included, so that's why I think only two numbers fall in this class interval. Yes, definitely. Okay, I'm going to mark on so one more thing for okay, is it visible? So 90 to 92. okay, now let us look at the 90 to 92. okay, so 90 something, so look at here. okay, 90 to 92 actually. okay, 92, no. okay, so no, this is not possible. okay, not possible, not 92, less than 92. okay, 95, 97, 93, 95, 97, 96, 92.1, 90.2. okay, it can be included. okay, 90.2. 92 will be the less than 92 actually. okay, so I think how many, I think just two. okay, so in this sense you need to mark the numbers and you need to count how many data belongs to this class interval. In this sense, 92 to 94 you will get 7 numbers. okay, so do like this. And 94 to 96 you will get 6 data false in this class interval. In the same sense, 96 to 98 you will get 7 numbers. okay, 7 numbers in this range. And 98 to 400 you will get 4 observations which falls in this class interval. And if you count the frequency column, if you add up all the numbers in the frequency column, and you must get 30, because here 30 observations are there, that's why. okay, so now I'm going to count this one. okay, so now look at here. So 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 7 13, plus 6 19, plus 7 26, plus 4 means 30. okay, so exactly equal to 30. so here also it is equal to 30 means, so it is balanced actually. okay, it's exactly right. And now the next thing is, which month or season do you think this data is about? So now if you look at the table, so now look at here, the humidity of maximum number of days. Just if you look at from here to here, okay, if you count here, 7 plus 6 13, 13 plus 7 means 20, 24. so among the 30 days, in 24 days the humidity is around 92 to 100 actually. So by this we can understand what humidity is more only in winter season actually. Now let us see what I have written actually. Rainy season. okay, it is better to write on rainy season. During the rainy season, it is actually humidity is more because of rain. okay, temperature will decreases and there will be a lot of humidity in here. So that's why this is actually what the rainy season. okay, because among the 30 days, in 24 days we are observing the humidity which is greater than 90. that's why. And the next one, range means what? I told for you in the last class. Range means what? Maximum value minus minimum value. Maximum observation minus minimum observation. Now look at here, what is the maximum observation here? If you try to find out what is the maximum observation, it is 99.2. where it is located? Here it is the 99.2 is the maximum. Sorry, 99.2 actually. okay, so it's not one. Just wait. okay, I'm going to erase all these things. 99.2, where it is located? 99.2, 98, 90, here it is. okay, 99.2. so this is the highest one. And 84.9 actually the least one. Where is located? 84 point, here it is, 84.9. okay, so this is the least one and this is the maximum one. Maximum minus minimum value, you will get what? 14.3. and this is actually what? Range of the data. okay, so the range of the data is equal to what? 14.3. and this completes the question number 3. and I will move on to the next question. So here it is the next question, question number 6. 3 coins were tossed 30 times simultaneously. Each time the number of heads occurring was noted down as follows. Okay, so and this is actually an experiment. In an experiment, 3 coins were tossed 30 times simultaneously. Each time the number of heads occurring was noted down as follows. So here it is an experiment actually. 3 coins are there. They are going to toss it simultaneously by 3 different persons. Let us imagine there are 3 persons and each person having a coin in his hand, and they are going to toss the coins, all the 3 coins simultaneously. So now there are different possibilities are there. First one may appear head, second one tail, third one head, like that. And first one tail, second one head, third one head, like that. Okay, actually there are totally 8 possibilities. Okay, you will learn this one in the chapter probability, and it may happen like this. All the 3 may be head, all the 3 may be tail also. Okay, 2 head, 1 tail. Okay, 2 head, 2 tail, 1 head, like that. Okay, there are a lot of possibilities, and among these possibilities, now he is going to take the count like this. How many head appears if all the 3% tossed the coin in the first time. In the first time actually 0 head appears means what? All or actually tails, that's why it is 0. So in the second trial, 1 means what? Among the 3 coins, 1 coins give what? Head, remaining will be actually what? Tail, that's why written 1. Okay, second one 2 means 2 coins shows a head, but the next one shows a tail, that's why. Okay, in the same sense, in the fourth trial also the same thing happened. In the next trial, okay, only 1 head appear. Okay, and here it is the trial, look at here. So 3 means all the 3 shows head, that's why here it is written 3, like this. Okay, so this is actually the experiment. I think you have understood here. Prepare a frequency distribution table for the data given above. Now look at the table is actually like this. Okay, so now what we have to do here? So now let us imagine, okay, one more thing you need to understand here. So here it is, the experiment is actually what? Tossing the 3 coins simultaneously, and I'm going to note down how many heads appear in each trial. Okay, totally how many trials are there? 30 different trials are there. So now let us try to understand what are the possibilities. When all the 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, the first possibility is there will not appear head. In all the 3 coins, there is a possibility to appear all the results are maybe actually tail. Then head means you need to treat as a 0. And the second possibility, okay, I think you are getting my point. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ 3 coins ನ ಟಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೆಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ನಾವು 30 ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ತರ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ? ಸೊ 3 coins ಟಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಾ 3 coins ಟೇಲ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೆಡ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? 0 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? 0 ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 1 ಹೆಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 2 ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಟೇಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಹೆಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ? 1 ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. 2 ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ 1 ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಟೇಲ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು. ಆಗ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೆಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಲ್ ದ 3 ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು, ಎಲ್ಲ 3 ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ. ಆಗ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? 3 ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾವ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕೂಡ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಾನೀಗ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಈ ತರ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಐ ಫರ್ಗೊಟ್ ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. Okay, please make correction here. Here it is not marks because I have copied this one from the previous slide, so that's why I have made here mistakes. Okay, so now here you need to write down like this, number of heads actually. Okay, number of heads. Okay, number of heads, and here write down number of times. Okay, number of times this appears. Okay, and I think you can write down here. I'm not going to write down here, just I'm going to say orally write down number of times. Here number of heads, here number of times appearing. Here it is xi, here it is fi. Xi means data, fi means frequency, like that. Okay, so now how many times 0 appeared? Okay, so look at here. Here appeared 0, here it is 0, okay, here it is 0, and here it is 0, and here one more 0. Okay, so how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's why. Okay, for 6 means I forgot to mark one more. Here it is one more 0. Okay, total 6 zeros are there. In the same sense, you need to count on how many ones are there here. Okay, means how many times 1 had appeared. So here it is 1. Okay, here it is 1, 2. Okay, and here 3, and here 4, and here 5, 6, and here it is 7, 8, and 9, and here it is 10. Okay, so totally 10 times 1 had appeared. So that's why in the same sense you need to count on how many times 2 heads appeared. Answer is 9. And in the same sense for the last one, how many times 3 heads appeared means 5 times 3, all the 3 are actually what? Head. So this is the answer, just a simple answer. Okay, so here it is, there's no need to construct class intervals. Actually it depend upon the problem, and don't bother about that one, whether there appear class interval or not. Don't bother about that one. If there appears a class interval, in the question itself only he is going to specify the class size or width of the class interval. And some examples of class intervals will be given to you in the problem itself. Then you can understand in the first column actually we have to write on the class intervals. If it is not like that, then you can understand it is actually related to what, the non-grouped format of presentation. This is actually ungrouped format. And the second one is actually, which consists of class interval, is actually called as what, grouped frequency distribution, which consists of class interval. And I will move to the 9th question. Actually you have getting idea about all these questions, and this is the last question in this exercise I am going to solve for you. So now look at here. Once again I have written the same thing, and you need to make correction here. It is not marks, number of students. Actually here it is actually what, a company manufactures car batteries of a particular type. The lives of 40 such batteries were recorded as follows. Okay, one company ಇದೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದ ಲೈವ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ, ಡ್ಯೂರಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಡ್ಯೂರಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಲೈವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 40 ಸಚ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರೀಸ್ ವರ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್. ಸೊ 40 ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಲೈವ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಯರ್ ವರೆಗೆ ಡ್ಯೂರಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಡೇಟಾ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇನ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್. 2.6 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಒಂದು 3 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ 3.5 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4.6 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ವರೆಗೂ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ 4.6 ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇದೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ using class intervals of size 0.5 starting from the interval 2 to 2.5. Okay, just now I told for you. So if it needs class intervals, it will be mentioned in the question itself. Now look at here, it's already given to you. Class size should be equal to 0.5. And one more sample of a class interval is already given to you, 2 to 2.5. Okay, so now starting from means this is the first class interval. Okay, so there's no need to identify which is the smallest number, and I think you need to identify which is the biggest number. So now let us verify whether 4.6 is biggest or not. Okay, so now I'm going to look at here 4.5, 4.1. Okay, so and 4.6 again appearing. Okay, no problem. And here, okay, no, there is no number which is more than, greater than 4.6. I think yes, 4.6 is the greatest number. Now let us verify which will be the last class interval. 2 to 2.5 first one. Next one 2.5 to 3, because just you need to add 0.5 for the lower limit. Okay, so now 3 to 3.5, 3.5 to 4, 4 to 4.5, 4.5 to 5. 5 will be this will be the last class interval, because in the given data there is no number which is greater than 5. Okay, so that's why I'm going to stop here, and you need to identify in the same way. Just I will give the answers for you, and look at here, you need to write on like this. Okay, here actually it is what, you need to write down like this, lives. Okay, here you need to write down lives of batteries, lives of batteries in years. Okay, life of batteries in years. Okay, remember in years. And here you need to write down number of. Okay, but strike out this students, and you need to write down what? Number of batteries. Okay, you need to write down what? Number of batteries. All right, yes. Okay, so now just I'm not going to mark here, so it's time consuming, that's why. And I think you have understood the procedure, so that's why I'm going to give you answer directly. 2 to 2.5, there are 3 data which falls in this class interval, and for 2.5 to 3, 14 are present. Okay, maximum I think here 2.5 to 3, and 3 to 3.5, there are 12 data which belongs to this class interval. And the next thing, 8 3.5 to 4 means totally 8 observations falls in this class interval. And 4 to 4.5, it's 18, and 4.5 to 5 means totally 10 observations falls in this class interval. Okay, so actually just is going to ask what construct a grouped frequency distribution table, and he is not going to ask any more actually. Okay, there is no additional question, and this is the actual answer of this question number 9. And I have leave some questions as an exercise for you, and this will be the last question in the exercise 14.1, and the rest of the questions, and you need to solve all those questions. Okay, so I think I have left only one question, which is actually ungrouped frequency distribution table. So I think you can look at your NCERT textbook. The expansion of pi is given to you 3.142 something like that. Okay, in that question, it is in that question, while writing the table, in the first column you don't write down what class interval. Actually you need to write down 0 1 2 3 4 5 and so on up to 9. Okay, digits, and you need to identify 0 appears how many times, 1 appears how many times, 2 3 4 5 like that. Okay, and that is actually related to that of a previous question, blood group, and the last one coins. Okay, and that question which has given the which consists of expansion of pi, it's actually related to that, like the blood group and the coins. And the rest of the things, rest of the problems, for all the problems you need to construct class intervals in the first column, and in the second column frequency. Okay, I think the procedure is become very familiar for you. Okay, I think you can solve all these questions, and this is actually the last question of this exercise, and you need to solve all the questions. And I'm going to stop today's class up to here, and I'm going to continue this one in the next class from the next concept, that is graphical representation of data. Thank you, one and all.